Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Life with Kimsey. Today I want to teach you how to make the fluffiest scones this Christmas, and there's a batter trick that I want to teach you also about. So please make sure you subscribe and watch this. Today I want to show you how to make the best soft and fluffiest scones ever, right? So we are going to be making 5-liter scones today. So that's 10 cups of flour, right? So this is 1, 2. So we have already put our 10 cups of flour. We're gonna put 10 teaspoons of our baking soda as well. Half teaspoon of baking soda. Then I'll put half a teaspoon of salt as well. All right. This is like 1.5 cup of sugar. Looks like it's a lot, right? But it's better if scones have taste. Then I'm just gonna give them a mix before I start going in with my wet ingredients. Always remember to mix this part very well. I feel like this is the only time you really have the freedom to really play with your flour, because scones are very sensitive and you don't have to overtouch them, you know, because if you overtouch scones, they'll become very sticky and they will not really be as puffy or as fluffy as you want them to be. All right, so now we have already mixed it very well. All our dry ingredients are mixed. Remember, our dry ingredients, it's just flour, salt, sugar, baking powder and baking soda. All right, so after all is said and done, now we are moving on to our wet ingredients. This is 1 cup of nkomasi, right? 1 cup of nkomasi. And then I'm just gonna also go with I've already mixed nkomasi with fresh milk here, right? Or you can just use cultured milk or buttermilk. This is nkomasi with, so this is like 1.5 cups. So this in total, it's yeah, that's 1.5 cup of nkomasi, right? And I'm also putting my this is milk, powdered milk, right? And then I'm putting also condensed milk, right? So this is condensed milk for just that extra flavor, you know, just that different flavor, right? And I'm also going to put my vanilla essence, very, very, very important, right? So this is my vanilla essence, done. Now I'm gonna go in with my custard. I make this myself at home. So this is my custard, right? I just made it now, so it's still a bit hot. So you just have to wait for it until it's cold. Go in with half a cup of custard, right? My half cup of custard. This is just gonna be beautiful for color, right? Because of this yellow from the custard and the custard taste, right? And then now the only thing remaining now is our eggs. I'm putting 3 eggs, right? You can actually go in with 4, 5, but these eggs are extra big. Otherwise I'm supposed to go in with 4 eggs, but because of the size, I'm just gonna put 3 because they are extremely big. So all our ingredients are mixed together. There's nothing short, there's nothing more, nothing less, right? So you can see we now already have a very nice and loose looking texture of scones, right? So you're just gonna mix this together. Come and mix it together. Okay, so after I've just mixed it, let me not mix it completely. Then now we add our last ingredient. This is butter, right? I'm gonna grate it on top. Like I say, this is a different recipe. I know that normally people start with butter, but we are ending with butter today because this is like an updated version of scones. So this is 250 grams, but I'm trying to get 100 grams from it. So I'll just do maybe half of it, right? All right, so our butter is looking so good. Like guys, cooking is just art, right? You need to be really innovative to be able to come up with some kind of meals, because if you're just following what everyone is doing and you don't use your own creativity, you just always have like simple, boring meals. But you know, that's why sometimes it's just really good to check what else and just keep playing with ingredients at home and see what you can come out come out with from your basic ingredients, right? Because me, I am very innovative, and I always want to try different recipes. So I'm going in with my hand now because I'm just trying to get everything mixed together because of my butter. You'll see how fluffy this will be because of that grated butter as well, right? So I'm just gonna mix this together, and I've already thoroughly washed my hands, by the way. So this is what is happening now. Just gonna mix everything together until it's well mixed. So you see that 1.5 cup of milk is really like it was the most perfect measurement of this, because if it was more, it would have been more sticky, or if it was less, the flour wouldn't have come together, right? So always make sure that sometimes you really follow like ingredients. So instead of really going with 10 cups of flour, I eventually put 7 cups because I was just like, these are gonna be so fluffy and I'm in a hurry. If I put 10 cups, then that means I'm gonna have 3 trays, right? So instead now I wanted 2 trays because my customer just really ordered for a tray, and I'm just making an extra tray for my children at home. So you see how nice, and this came out so perfect. This came out lovely, right? So now it's time to begin our cutting process. Remember, scones are like the quickest and the easiest. So now it's time to work on this baby right here. All right, so remember, I always say no over touching. If you're making scones, you should always avoid not over touching them. And like, because I want to really make these extremely fluffy, I'm not gonna really like roll them out too much, you know. I'm just gonna maybe roll them twice because I want them to be fluffy. And remember how I always talk about my own, I like to fold them and fold them and fold them, keep folding them over to just really achieve that fluffy texture. So I'm just gonna keep folding them like this, right? Keep folding them as if I want to do cinnamon rolls. I've successfully done the first part. Now I'm just gonna do the second one now. I'll roll them out. Oopsie lala. Alrighty. They're coming up well. Alright, so now let me bring my cutter. I'm cutting my scones. I'm just gonna grease my tray and put it in the oven so that I'll preheat the oven, because this is just like almost towards the end. So now it's time to start cutting out our scones right now, right? So we are like really making big ones today. See the size of the scones we're making today, right? These are gonna be like extremely big, but the bigger the better, right? I feel like if you just have one of these or two, see, oh my goodness, you feel so full, because they're like double the size of the ones I normally make with the smaller cutter. This is like the biggest cutter from cookie cutters, right? So right now I'm gonna start arranging them here. How many I'm gonna come out with. So now let's just give them an egg wash, right? Let's just give them an egg wash so that they will really have a nice face, right? So guys, pretty much that's it. You will see how perfect these will come. If you've never tried making scones, I dare you, just really try this recipe. You'll be so surprised. You'll feel like you've been a baker for years, actually, because it's just straight to the point, you know. So normally, a lot of people, they'll just put flour and then they'll start with butter, beef, you know. It's still okay. It's still okay. I still do that a lot. If you watch my scones videos, that's actually pretty much what I do. But I've tried this before as well, and the scones really, really, really gave me a nice size, and they really puffed up like crazy because of that grated butter, right, that you put towards the end. So you can still even grate the butter and put it just after you mix your dry ingredients, and just put the butter and mix it together with your flour until you get a texture that looks like breadcrumbs. That's still okay. That's still okay. Just out of creativity, sometimes you just decide to be extra. You know me, I can really go all out in this kitchen and try out new recipes because it's something that I really, really love doing, you know. Hence, I'm even recording. All right. So now it's ready to go to the oven. I'm gonna bake these. Always face us. Let's always fall. Add 160